Alright there folks, welcome to another fishing adventures, and today we're back on the river and we're up at the River Derwent in Stamford Bridge, okay? And I've got a nice little swim just up from the road bridge, okay? And I'm targeting the chub today, okay? I don't know how many is in here. I know there's been an odd one or two caught through the season so far, but it's getting really cold on the night now, so it's a bit iffy, but we might also snag a barbel, and if not, hopefully we'll get stuck into a nice shoal of decent dace and stuff like that, but it's going to be fun anyway. So bait is today mega simple. I'm on the river, so it's only one choice, isn't it? It is the beautiful caster and a good chunk of the hemp, okay? Now, as an alternative bait, I've also brought with me today some of the white Fjuka neons, okay? And these are just a lightning white bait, okay? They stink like the 2-in-1 bait do. But my thinking is, a lot of people come up here and feed the ducks. Any bread that's not eaten is going to waft down. So I've not actually had a chuck in yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mash two of these together, trot down, see if we can't snag an early chub out, thinking it's bread, okay? These are mega simple, okay? There's just 2 pellets there. I mean, literally just squish them together like that, and that makes a perfect disc of bread in effect, okay? But you've got all that beautiful scent on there as well. So hopefully it'll just help us maybe snag that early fish, that unsuspecting silly chub. We'll see. First chuck in into that floor, just mend your line, that's it, make sure it's all behind the float, just let it trot down. It's not massively deep in this channel here either, it's not as deep as I thought it were going to be, so we'll see what happens. We'll just hold it back, let it trot through. I did have a couple of run throughs as soon as I set up, just with a hook on, just to see if there were any snags, and there is one at the end of the trot really, so just got to be mindful of that. Sometimes worth just trying a bit of bread on your first chuck just to see. As I say, those big chub do love a bit of bread. Alright, that's gone about as far as it's going to go. Just going to keep feeding little and often, just get that pattern, that trickle going in, and see. Yeah, my casters are come off. There is a lot of sweet corn left in the edge here, so I'm assuming someone's been down over the last couple of days or so, and oh, it's come off and had a bit of a session for something, probably chub or barbel, but left a load of it in the edge, but never mind. So that was the first one. Felt like a little fish, little dace, so at least we know there's fish there. I'm just going to keep that trickle of bait going in, just little and often. Bit of caster, bit of hemp. Fishing a double on the hook. So again, we'll just keep trickling that feed in. We don't want to fill it in with it being the river. What we want to do is just build it slowly. Because I've often found sometimes if you fill it in with bait, you just get bitted out with little dace and bleak and stuff start moving in. Because there's that much feed going in, they just go crazy. Whereas if you limit your feed and just little and often, like you would for roach or something, just fishing caster, then you're gonna, for some bizarre reason, it seems to attract in the better stamp fish. So that's what we're going to try and aim to do today. But we'll see. Just be happy just to get a few bites and catch a few fish. Well, I've got to hit the bites first though, haven't I? You know what I mean? So again, just banging that float out slightly downstream so I can mend that line straight away, and just follow it down with a tip, and then just start paying the line out, and just every now and again just forefinger on the line just to hold that float back a little bit and just nudge it through your swim. There we go. Oh yeah, little so and so. Hey, up! It's a minnow! Mega. Feels a little bit bigger than a minnow. Hey, nice little days. It's always a good idea as well if you're doing this sort of fishing and you're in the water with a keep net. It's sometimes worth just having your landing net over the end of your keep net, because I've had it before where if you've caught a few chub, they will swim up and jump out basically. I had it in a match on river years and years ago. Big chub jumped out, and it were only real fish I caught all day, and I was gutted. So always try and keep something over your top of your keep net. Right then folks, if you like what you see, give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button as well. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're aware as soon as we upload, or leave a comment in the community tab. If you want to get involved further, there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can either join our Facebook group and get involved on there, or you can just click the link that says buy me a coffee and buy us a coffee, because that'd be mint. There we go. Yeah. And they're right at the top of the swim, these little days. So hopefully get a few of them out at way. We might be able to just tempt a chub up. I mean, I'm not feeding much, probably 6 or 8 casters every run through, and every couple of run throughs I'm just popping in a little bit of hemp as well, so that's a bit better. Yeah, just holding it back a little bit as well, not letting it run through as fast as it was is just helping me see those bites come. That's a bit, feels a bit better, but it's in the main floor, so who knows what it is. Oh, lovely roach. Lovely, lovely river roach. So what does he catch next? What is this? You can't believe a word I say, can you? Unbelievable. Awesome. No, me no, go in there. Oh dear. That were funny. That were funny. Goodness me. So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, your hard work and effort and a few changes will get you some rewards. And you catch a minnow. Next, chuck down. Mega. Oh, that's a better fish. That's what we want. That is what we want. Oh, cracking. So that's why I've been lazy and brought them with me. Oh wow, that's a proper roach, is that? Well happy. Unhooked itself. Now then, that'd be a good roach anywhere, but out of a river, cracking. Absolutely cracking. And again, that's a little yeah. That actually felt quite a bit bigger than it was then. Oh. Buggy. Yeah, there's a few fish down there now, and thankfully they've moved down a bit as well, so it's actually easier to catch them, whereas they're not taking it as soon as it's hitting the surface. They're getting it a little bit further into the trot, which makes it a lot easier to hit these bites and everything, because you've got everything in the right place. So that's good. So it shows that the amount of feed that's going in is right, because it's pushing them a little bit further down and we're also starting to see those better fish as well, so maybe it has fed off those littler fish as well. So if we can get it, just trying to trot down this crease on this inside. Slightly better fish are just going to be in the slack water, and they'll just pop out and intercept your bait, and there we go. Looks like another good roach. Yep, beauty. So yeah, so those fish are just out with the main flow, aren't they? And again, it's just looking at the river, looking at the creases, looking where the main flow is, looking where the slack water is, and there's like a little bubbly crease generally, and 9 times out of 10 the fish you want are going to be lurking in there, because they can rest up, and then if they see seafood come in, they can just whiz out, intercept it, and then back into that cover of that slack water. That's a bit better. Feels a bit better anyway. No, it's not really, is it? It'll do. It'll do, won't it? It'll do. Start getting one of them a chuck. Another little roach. Beauty. Yeah, there's just tons of swirls on top now when I'm feeding these casters, so oh, pike down there. Do you see them all scatter then? That could be why it's gone a little bit quiet. They all totally scattered then. There's a pike in there, isn't there? I know there's some big ones up here, but yeah, we'll see. Wow, that's a lovely, lovely little roach. So they are there, the better fish are there, it's just a matter of wading through these annoying ones. Yeah, plenty of that M-pin I think, and see if we can't make something happen. I've strung the shotting pattern out in the hope that I'll register those bites a bit faster rather than a bulk where it's going to get the bait down at the bottom where the barbel are going to be, certainly, maybe the odd chub, but the small ones they were still following it down, so I thought rather than trying to beat them at the moment, I'll just see if I can get a few out of the way and see if it doesn't tempt some of the roach on. Right then, time for something totally different. I'm just going to try a yellow and white Fjuka bait, just as a double up bait, squashed flat, so in little discs, but just like that. So we're luminous one side, white on the other. Let's just see. Put that float up again. I think we're due a good fish, aren't we now? We're due a good fish. Right. You saw the pellets that I just put on then, them 2 Fjukas. That's what it freaking caught. A minnow. I ask you, what is all that about? Ah, God. This is a better fish. what we've been waiting for. Nice chub. Not the massive, not the biggest I've seen out of here, but I tell you what, look out. Tell you what, look at that. A beautiful, thin, perfect chub, that. Lovely fish. Lovely. Alright there folks, so not the most prolific day I've ever had down here, but I mean the quality of roach was just phenomenal. I mean you'd be happy with that fish anywhere, and this chub, what a little beauty. Not the biggest, only about a pound, but a welcome fish. So there we go, a nice little net of fish. Roach has already gone, tons of dace, loads of little bleak, and just a good day's fishing really. The only dampener was when that pike turned up, it killed it totally and utterly, killed it for ages and ages and ages, and it took a little while for fish to come back on, but when they did, they were a little bit better stamp, but it weren't too bad. I mean, it's just gone 2 o'clock now. I've got to start packing up, pick the lad up from school. I mean, I didn't start fishing until probably 10:30, so it's not been a bad little session really. Lost a few early on, missed tons and tons of bites just because I'm just a bit slow, a bit dim, a bit out of practice maybe, but yeah, it's just been really enjoyable. So there you go, that's the River Derwent. If you've liked it, hit subscribe, give it a thumbs up and stick around because there's plenty more to come, and I'll catch you all next time. Cheers.